Okay guys, I got April here with me. We're gonna make a quick go home video. I wanna cover some basic stuff with you guys. That way you have a reference video to look back on if there's ever any, if you need some more clarity, okay? So April's a very unique lab, okay? She is equal parts big and happy and anxiety, right? So there's always this like balancing act that I have to play in order to make sure she's at her best. So when you get her home, there's gonna be a couple key things that you're gonna be responsible for in ensuring that she understands what her job is, okay? And one of those things is starting with the Go Place. I love the Go Place for that. It is an exercise that gives us an excuse to practice what our rules and regulations are, okay? So she's just happily hanging out, chilling with us right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call her over to you, and as I do this, I'm gonna use my positive reinforcements and my negative reinforcements together to show her what are the rules of engagement and what I expect her to do. So when you get home, she's not gonna know all the rules that happen, all the things that happen here also has to apply at the house. What we're gonna do is use the Go Place to show her that. First, we're gonna say, April, come. Good girl, Go Place. Good girl. That's a good girl. Once you get her home and you set up your own place bed, she's not gonna have this reference that this is her place bed. Go play. And she's gonna need to be shown that it is her place bed. It will be either with the leash or just by helping her see that that's hers. Once you get her on the place bed, you gotta tell her, yes, that's a good girl, and you gotta give her some reward. So this is the positive, good girl. And then you gotta let her know what are the rules. So that's our rules. The whole process begins when I say her name and I gave her a command. Now, she's in that command until I say, okay, and I release her. Atta girl, good job, okay, go on. And she can go back to doing whatever she wants to do. Once I say she's okay and I free her, she's a free dog, she can do whatever she wants. So that's the essence of the whole idea. It's like when you ask her to do something, you got to help her get to the objective and then reward her with positive reinforcement at the objective. If she fails to arrive at the objective, you have to either through the correction on the e-collar, which we're gonna cover, or through guiding her with the leash and making sure you bring her to the objective so you can show her, hey, this is what I wanted when I said come, Go Place. Once you do that a couple of times for her, or honestly, depending on how much she tests, right? So she might test you guys a lot, she might test you guys a little bit. But the idea is if she does it 10 times, you gotta fix it 11, okay? And in that process, in that first week, she's gonna learn, okay, just like Autumn, Jeff, Lex, Blair, Anna, every one of them, they would catch me if I did something wrong, but they would guide me to what they wanted. Mom and dad and everybody at home are gonna do the same thing. This is where the dogs build the permanence in their behaviors, okay? First, they go through a testing phase. You continue to handle them, you continue to manage them, then they become more and more automatic, right? I think I have covered the stuff that I'm trying to cover here. It's really about making sure you don't allow her anxiety to compromise her and then make her fail the objective, right? So if I told her to go place and she gets on there, but she's like excited and wants to just like snowball out of control, it is your job to say no, down, or go place. And when she actually takes a deep breath, it's still your job to say, yes, good girl. And you give her that reward to show her, I value when you get calm. And you gotta ignore her when she's throwing a fit or trying to negotiate or trying to have an emotional warfare with you guys, which I guarantee she is gonna do at least day one. So, again, I just want to cover it one more time. You know, get her home, show her the place bed, use that as an excuse to go over the rules with her, to show her like, hey, the promise of payment and the promise of correction all have come home with you. We know exactly what they've been doing with you and how to get you calm and what to do there, right? So you show it to her and it transfer over to all three parts of your guys' life. Anyways, if you guys have any questions on this, we'll cover it tomorrow. Just bring the questions with you. And I'm gonna repeat all this stuff again tomorrow. We're gonna go over some additional stuff. We're gonna practice, and then we'll set you guys off, okay? Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.